Yeah. Yeah, we're going live. Everybody be looking. Get something fired up, right? All right, start the intro. It's not that I'm changing my pick. My pick was my pick. I can't change it. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you that the Knicks are going to win the series. I'm not changing my pick. Okay, I'm just saying the Knicks are going to win the series.
Okay, so you're not going to go bragging if the Knicks win the series because that wasn't your pick.
Yeah, no. I would I do something like that?
Yes.
I have to admit that I actually am a fan now of the Celtics, and they are like one of my teams. So
okay. Are they one of your teams or are they your team? What is it? Are they your
well,
team?
I feel that you can have two. I feel you can have two main teams.
You can't have two main teams.
Yes, you can. You can.
No.
You can have two.
No, you have to have one main team.
Well, I've got two main teams.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Those are fire.
Courtesy of Pick'em Pros.
That's right.
Like and subscribe.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros. Yes, there you go. We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with episode 96 of Who You Got, father-son dynamic duo. Oh, man. But, hey, this is a special show because we are live at Kings in North Raleigh, Midtown. What's up? Yes, man. Hey, ain't this great, man?
Yeah, it's a great setup, man.
Man, you know what? I tell you, man, we're becoming nationally recognized for me beating you down.
Oh, well,
I tell you.
Didn't my pick win on Thursday?
Your pick won on Thursday, but you're early. You're a little early right now.
I think you were early when you picked the Celtics 2 years ago. Not today.
Did I pick the Celtics 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay, I don't seem to remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Okay. Well, hey, man, thank you for checking us out. This is great. We've got a crowd here, and we're going to talk about the NBA Finals primarily. We already had game one. You can probably tell what side of the fence we're on, so we're going to talk about that. We have Gary Clark, former NBA, NBL player here. Gary Clark is joining us, so he'll be joining us soon. We're going to talk to him about what's going on with him. And lastly, we're going to dive into NFL, right? Who loves the NFL? You like NFL? Come on, we got to talk about NFL. So we're going to give you our picks and tell you exactly who is going to the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to get into that. All right. But first, before we go into it, we're here at Kings, okay? And this is the best place to plan your private party. If you want to have a private party and party like the Pick'em Pros do, because we have all our parties here, simply use promo code Pick'em20, promo code Pick'em20 to get 20% off your private party. From now through the rest of the NBA playoffs, use that code and you will get 20% off your private party. Diego just had 8th grade graduation party. How was that, man?
Yeah, I did. It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. This is a great place to have a party.
For sure. So use that promo code Pick'em20. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll that up. And man, let's just go right into game 1 recap, man. I'm gonna give you your time. This is your time to gloat. You're probably only gonna win 1 game, so this is your time. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right, well, my Celtics did win game 1. Porzingis went off. He was only playing 21 minutes to came back from the calf injury, but 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. That's what he does, right? Jaylen Brown with the big dunks, scored 22 points. Tatum had an off night, but he didn't even need to go crazy because everyone else was doing their part. So I was proud of my Celtics.
You were proud of your Celtics?
Yep, proud of my Celtics.
Okay, proud of your Celtics. Okay, well, we're going to I've seen this movie before. So, as George Bush said, fool me once, fool me twice, can't get fooled again. So I'm not quite going to fall for that. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We'll dive into that a little more later. But the Celtics, to their credit, they did have great energy. I will give them that. They had a week and a half off. They had great energy. They played phenomenally. Porzingis was fantastic. He played great. And, they shut down Kyrie. Kyrie couldn't get anything.
Derrick White and Drew Holiday.
They clearly got in his head. Luka had some flashes. I know Luka scared y'all. He came in that third quarter and showed you, he gave you the Jordan stare, but he pulled off. He said, you know what? We're going to take it slow. We're going to take it nice and slow, Texas style. Like I said on Instagram, we're going to take this like a good old Texas brisket. We're not going to rush this. All right. We're going to enjoy these NBA finals and we're going to make you suffer. And we're going to go ahead and get you in 6.
Okay. Well, Luka, who averaged 9 assists in the regular season, only had 1 assist in that game. So that's pretty concerning. And wait, what was I going to say?
Okay.
Oh, and in the 2022 finals, when the Celtics were playing the Warriors were a more experienced team than them. They had already won 3 championships prior, and they knew they weren't scared by just losing 1 game. The Mavs have 0 experience except for Kyrie, so I don't think they can come back.
Okay. Well, I don't know about the Mavs having 0 experience except Kyrie. So when you say NBA Finals experience, yes, but Luka has tons of experience. I mean, Luka's been.
Will he stay healthy?
Luka's been, yeah. Oh, yeah. Luka will definitely. First of all, Luka doesn't have to stay healthy. Luka can eat a steak dinner, mac and cheese, whatever, and just come and limp around and put 50 on you guys. So, I mean, Luka.
He can't do it by himself.
Luka.
They're going to need Kyrie.
See, the narrative was Ant-Man was Luka's son before. I mean, Ant-Man was Michael Jordan's son before, right? But actually, it's Luka. Luka is Michael Jordan's out-of-shape son, all right, who just rolls up. He has that killer instinct. Like
you
Jordan.
said Luka's aunt's son.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, he's Michael Jordan's son.
Oh.
He's Michael Jordan's son. He is. I'm telling you.
My bad.
Look at how he dominates. Look at how he dominates.
Doesn't have quite the same athleticism. But
no, he doesn't have the athletic. He's the unathletic, out-of-shape Jordan's son.
So he's basically the opposite.
Outside of not being athletic and outside of not being in shape, he's basically
just the
Michael
opposite.
Jordan.
Just the opposite. Okay.
So you've got Celtics winning how many?
In 6. I was leaning towards 5, but I'm gonna stay with 6.
So a lot of Boston fans, when the series started, they were all saying 6. They were all saying 7. But now that they won game 1, a lot of people have their chest out.
By 18, they're up by 25.
A lot of people have their chest out because of how much they won and how they looked there. But hey, let's go to the next topic. And hey, much love to Deanna. Let's get to some of the comments here because I see a lot of comments. Deanna, what up, though? Representing from Detroit. We see you. Summer said Mavs are coming back. Yes, you know it. Unc in Detroit said exciting finals. Let's see. Summer said, I'm going to have to pull this one on the screen because she said she's with Derrick. So I got to put that on the screen since I'm controlling what we see here. All right. Okay.
Well, I've never lost an NBA Finals pick. So
that is true. That is true.
And you lost when you didn't pick my
That is true. I lost one time. I lost one finals.
And that was when you picked against me.
I lost one finals. And then Shout out to my wife, your Bob. She said, "Look at my boys hanging at Kings. I'm a proud wife and mom. Go pick 'em pros." So shout out to wife. We love you. All right. And then, Justine Knight from the Aphasia Project. Let's go, Boston. Oh, man. Aphasia Project is a group that we support and just donated $2,000 for the 17th hole challenge. All right. Well, hey, let's move on to the next part of this series. We're going to keep on. And let's move on to Jaylen Brown. All right. So Jaylen Brown, I feel Jaylen Brown is really taking over these playoffs right now. Would you say that he's the best Celtic right now?
I think Jason Tatum's the best player on the team still, but
Okay.
I think the way Brown is playing, he's playing the most consistent, I would say. Tatum has had his games, but he's also had his struggles. So I think Brown's just been consistent the whole way.
Okay.
So,
man, I have to say Brown. I think Tatum continues to gets the most shine for sure. But I love the consistency of Brown. I feel Brown is more consistent.
yeah.
I think Brown is a better defender. I think Brown has a little more killer instinct. I think Brown is more of an alpha. And I feel that when they play through Brown, Celtics are almost unbeatable. But I don't think they're going to continue to play through Brown. I think Tatum's going to come in right on cue, game 2.
I think Tatum's gonna have his game. He's gonna have his game, and he's gonna uplift them to a victory, which he's done. He has done this with the Celtics in previous years.
Okay.
So I mean, they can win that way.
Okay.
But they just don't need it right now.
They don't
need it all the time. You know.
So you think what about game 2? Is that a Brown game or a Tatum game?
I think it might be a Tatum game.
The Tatum game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna on cue set it up real nicely for the Mavs. I really think it is, man.
Cool. I mean, I said in 6, so they got to win. I said they'll win 2 games. So.
Okay. All right. Well, what about Porzingis? Let's move on to him, because a lot of people say that Porzingis is the X factor. He missed 38 games or something like that due to that calf strain.
He missed 38 days. Straight.
38 days. Yeah, days. Sorry.
Strain.
So he missed a lot of time due to that injury. So he's the ultimate X factor. Is he going to put the Celtics over the hump? What's your take on Porzingis?
I think he is, because like the way he came in off the calf injury. What was that? The way he came off of the calf injury, was able to score 20 points, come out like really aggressive, get all those blocks, play good defense. I just think he unlocks a new level to the Celtics, which we hadn't seen before, basically his whole playoffs.
Yeah. Okay. So with Porzingis, he played a great game. He was hanging on the rim, looked spry. I think he even surprised himself with how well he played. But when I look at Porzingis, I look at him like a golfer. You know how when you golf and then you take a long layoff and that first day back you play great and you're like, oh my gosh, and then the next day you're awful.
Yeah.
Look out for that.
Well, they don't even need him to have a great game. They have Tatum, they have Brown, they have Holiday, they have Derrick White and Horford, and they got Sam Hauser who can hit a few threes from time to time.
So you don't need Porzingis.
I mean, they don't need him every night. If he has an off night, and they can still win the game. They don't need every player to go off like the Mavs.
But you think he's the ultimate X factor to where if you get double digits from him, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's going to get double digits. I mean, he's a great player, but if he gets 20 plus, then they're good.
I think I see them running to the 3-point line a lot. You know, the Celtics live and die. The Celtics live and die
They
by
can
the
knock
3.
them down.
They
can
live
knock
and
them
die,
down.
don't they? Don't the Celtics live and die by the 3? You know they do. The Celtics live and die by the 3.
Yeah, but they can knock them down. Drew Holiday, Derrick White, they're all knock them. Even Porzingis, Tatum and Brown.
Okay. Keep on shooting them, and then we're gonna see that good old Joe Mazzulla face right there calling timeout.
I don't think I want Tatum shooting step back, fade away,
step back, shot 3.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to see that. All right. Well, let's transition to game 2. Before we've got Gary Clark in the building, y'all. We got Gary Clark. We can't wait to hear from him and hear about what's going on. He just finished a great season in Australia, so we're going to have him on in a second. But before we do that, let's transition to game 2 and talk about some of the keys to game 2. So for game 2, man, let's go to the Celtics. Are you expecting a letdown in game 2, or do you think they're going to go ahead and cruise to another victory?
Well, I wouldn't expect a letdown, but I wouldn't be shocked because they lost 2 game 2s in rounds 1 and 2.
Okay.
But again, the one they lost in game 2, Porzingis was he played, but he wasn't himself,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I wouldn't expect a letdown, but I can see it happening.
Okay.
Since I do have the Celtics losing 2 games,
All right.
they got to lose something.
Okay. You see that happening. So I definitely see a letdown. But let's get to, I think we have a few questions here in the building. We have any questions in the building for this Mavs Celtics series? If we do, you go on back to the microphone, or Mike, are you passing the microphone? You got Mavs? Go around. So we're going to take some questions from the audience on this series here for the NBA Finals. Who you got? You got the Mavs? You're a Bulls fan? Oh, I'm a Bulls fan too. I'm with you. Michael Jordan. There's no one better. No one better. Okay. Let's turn our crowd mic on. And we're gonna move the camera around, and we got a question. We got a question from the audience.
Hello,
Hey.
everyone. I'm Roger Streeter, and I'm coming from a position of not necessarily a question. I'm coming from a prediction.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at Tatum and Brown, and I'm looking at Kyrie. I do not think Dallas could take Tatum and Brown to the limit.
Okay.
It might go to game 7, but I'm predicting game 6.
Game 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6.
All right.
That's what I'm predicting.
All right.
Yep,
All
that's what I'm
right.
predicting.
I like the good prediction. Round of applause.
Absolutely.
All right. Celtics in 6. All right. Any other predictions or any other questions on the NBA Finals here? Okay. I think we got one more. One more question, and then we'll also take some from those that are watching online. We'll pull yours up in 1 second. We're going to take the live questions first, or the in-person questions first.
Okay. Yeah. Here you go. We got one more.
Okay, one more.
This might seem more like a comment, but just so I'm clear, this is a divided house. This is Celtics and your Mavericks, right?
That's right.
Yep.
What does that look like on a
series.
daily basis?
So that's the thing. So that we're divided for this series right now,
Okay.
but we're not like he's a Golden State Warriors fan.
Yeah, I am.
Right.
Yep.
So he's Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
I'm Chicago Bulls, and I'm actually more of a Chicago. That's right, Chicago. Bring it up, Rick North. But I'm actually more of a Celtics fan than he is.
Mhm.
But Pick'em Pros is all about the pick. So when we pick, then we're all about our pick from that moment. So that's what. So we're a house divided right now for the finals.
Okay.
But it changes every single week on who we're picking.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Oh, good. We got one more question. Come on around. You bet. Okay. Then we'll have another one. All right. Bet.
So, it is my son's first year in AAU.
Uh-huh.
What advice would you give us?
Oh, man. Oh, that's a good question. You know what?
He's played rec since 3rd grade, and now he's going to be a sophomore.
Okay.
His first year in AAU.
Uh-huh.
I'm missing his tournament. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's okay. Mom's weekend.
You know what? Gary, you want to take that? I don't want to put you on the spot, but you want to take that? Because it was so Gary Clark here has played in the NBA and has played AAU. So there's nobody more qualified. So she has a son.
My son's trained by John Humphrey
Uh-huh.
Helicopter.
Yep.
You know who that is? Yeah.
So,
But we've never played AAU, so I'm just any confidence that you guys
confidence
can give him.
confidence in AAU. So Gary, come on. Tell you what, come on here. Come on here. Hold on. Let's bring Gary on the set. Here, set up. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna answer your question, but to better answer your question, we've got an expert. We got a man that played. We got a man that played in the league. So nobody better than to ask that. So hold on. We're gonna transition here, and then we'll introduce you properly here in a second, Gary.
Okay.
But before that, let me make sure we have the question correctly. So you have a son that's how old? What grade? 15U. Okay, 15U. So what advice would you give her son that's 15U as far as navigating AAU and working on his game?
So I'm currently coaching my little brother's 16U team. So I have a 15U team underneath. And I get the question a lot from the kids. They ask me, how can I get better and what can I focus on? And the main thing I tell them is so cliche, but like the work, like a lot of kids at their age, go work out once a day, once a week, when they're forced to. And the kids that, separate themselves is like, they prioritize their craft at a young age. And it's hard at that age to really put the time in. A lot of them say my parents can't, do this, or my parents can't get me there, or I don't have the resources. But, a lot of those same kids have basketballs to work on their ball handling. They have a community court they can go get shots on. And I think for me at a young age, I just fell in love with the game, and it being everything, which was probably unhealthy, but it got me as far as I've been able to get to. So I think that's the separator that also builds confidence is the work. Just the love and the effort and the dedication that constantly putting that day in, day out, just putting any kind of energy in towards it, it'll always pan out.
All right. Great advice. That.
Of course.
All right. Great advice, Gary. Great advice, man. Thanks for coming on a little early, man. So yeah, that question that was tailor-made for you. So you're much more qualified than us to answer that question. So let's backtrack. I tell you what, let me hit the comments real quick, and then we'll give you a proper introduction and catch up with you. All right. So let's hit the comments because we have a lot of people on YouTube and Instagram that's been hitting us up. So let's see. We've got we've got Unc in Detroit said, will Dallas starters step up to win game 2? So yes, I think so. Unc. I think they will. I think Diego does too. I think Diego thinks.
I think Luka and Kyrie will step it up.
Yeah. I think we both agree that Dallas will probably win game 2, but then we part ways from there. So great question. Eris said Mavs in 5. Shout out to Eris.
Oh, Eris.
What's up, Eris? Let's see. Wifey said Warriors. I think we were talking about them earlier. All right. So let's move to my man Gary here and pull your banner up, man. So Diego, why don't you properly introduce our guy Gary Clark here and tell everybody a little bit about who Gary Clark is and what he's done.
All right, so Gary Clark, Clayton High alum, was the only player ever in high school basketball history to record a quadruple double in a game.
That's right.
Went to University of Cincinnati, played in the NBA, played in the NBL last year in Australia. So this is Gary Clark.
All right, Gary Clark.
Appreciate you.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. Just glad to be home, back in the States. Just spent a lot of time in the gym, spent a lot of time with my family. So it's been good. I'm glad. Thank you all for having me on here today.
Man, it's a pleasure having you on always. So we had funny thing, you know we got to mess with Diego. So we had you on back in August. So we were actually in Arizona at the time. I think you were here in Raleigh. You were about to go to Australia for this past season, and we got to know you. We kind of got to know your story coming up the ranks and whatnot. And I believe you said that you started dunking in the 8th grade.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah, I started dunking the summer of my leaving 7th grade, going into 8th grade.
Wow, good gracious. Okay, so you started dunking 7th grade, going into 8th grade. And I mentioned, and see, Diego was 7th grade, going into 8th grade then. Now he's 8th grade, going to 9th grade. And I said, I see a lot of similarities between you two with the work ethic and whatnot. But with that, I don't, because he was barely ticking the bottom of the net at that time. Now I think you're slightly up a little. How high are you getting
I'm
now?
getting the backboard. I'm
You get-
touching the backboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Backboard. It's a
Yeah.
little bit tipping the backboard.
No, I'm touching it like, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I haven't seen any. I haven't seen this myself, so I've just heard this. So Diego's
Well-
friends, if you guys can verify, please chime in the comments. Let us know
Harris.
if you can verify if you've actually seen him hit backboard.
Yep.
I don't know.
I've touched the backboard.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
I believe it. I believe you. I believe
I
you.
could probably block a shot against the backboard in a game if I wanted to. If I really wanted to.
If you really wanted
I'm
to.
just saying
Okay.
that.
I got you. So Gary, man, what's your take on the NBA Finals so far, man?
I think everyone had Dallas. I don't know. The disrespect was a little bit kind of outrageous for the people just believing that Dallas was going to come in and sweep the Celtics or make it a cakewalk. But I always felt that Celtics, even without Porzingis, would they impose a real challenge against the Mavs because they have so many guys that guard. So he's just not worried about one guy. Luka isn't worried about just one guy. He got to worry about Derrick White, Jason Tatum, and Jalen. So it's just, I think on the defensive end, they can impose themselves, but also on the offensive end, as we saw the other night, it's going to be a tough series for Dallas. I think they show up the next game, but I honestly believe that Boston will win it in like 6.
In 6. Okay. All right. So
Yeah, that's what I had too. Boston in 6.
Okay. Now Diego is undefeated. Diego is undefeated in picking NBA Finals. He's also undefeated in last few years in picking Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he does have a good track record, but
when it matters most.
But all streaks come to an end. We know that. All right. So Gary, man, tell us a little bit about this past season in Australia, man. Looked like you put up some big numbers and really, started to, find your footing. I'm sure it was a huge adjustment, although you've played overseas before, going to Australia, getting adjusted to a new area, and then, a new team and whatnot. Just tell us a little bit about that experience in playing in the NBA.
It was different from the NBA, of course. I think the biggest adjustment was just the support, being 15 hours away, a day ahead of my family and friends that, have been my support group since I started playing ball. That was the biggest thing, to kind of start leaning on my own. My faith is huge. So that was a big piece of getting me through. But early on, I struggled. But when about 3 weeks into the journey, things kind of turned, and I was able to be, really dominant from inside, because it was kind of took me back a bit to where I could play like I played in high school and college. And it was dope because, for like 8 games, we had one coach, and then we let him go. And then Jason Tatum's dad was our assistant coach at the time, and he stepped in and he was our head coach. And so we had a good relationship before he got the head coaching job. And he was one of the reasons why I, went on and took the job in Australia, because he called me and we, he kind of sold it to me right away. And then we spent a lot of time on a golf course leading up until he got that job. And, it was pretty much, when he got the coaching job, everything changed for me. It was like, having a real, like a big brother, father figure, someone kind of mentored me throughout my journey, because it was his first time overseas as well. So it was, I really enjoyed it.
Good. Yeah. And I believe so. You stayed like right on the water.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah. So we was in a city called Illawarra. It was like Wollongong. It was about an hour and a half south of Sydney, and it was right on the beach. It was like in its own little valley. They call it. Wollongong is between the ocean and the sea, the ocean and the mountains. Mm-hmm. So when you come down from Sydney, it's like a valley, and all you see is just water in Wollongong. So it was beautiful. I mean, it was almost like magical. I told my mom came out and she wasn't ready to leave because how beautiful it was.
I bet. Oh man, yeah, definitely gonna have to get. I've heard so many great things about Australia, so definitely have to get down there and check it out. So Gary, man, what's next, man? We know that you are you're very serious about your faith. You're a great person, great guy, very humble guy, and we know you're big in giving back. And I believe you have some things coming up later this summer to give back to the community through Gary Clark Foundation, GaryClark.org, GaryClarkFoundation.org, which drops on Monday. Do you want to tell everybody a little more about that?
Yeah. So for the last couple of years since I've been professional, I've been eager to do different things with my resources and my time. And 1 year I did Christmas at Target for some kids, and then I did a Thanksgiving drive, but all like spontaneous and just some things I put together with a couple of my friends and my mom. It was never really something put together and like really able to impact more than I could. So this year, thanks to D and Diego, I'm able to put together my first annual back to school event for the kids in Johnson County and all over. So July 27th, I'll be having my back to school drive at Clayton Town Field, minuscule park. Most people know it as, but it'll be a back to school drive for haircuts, book bags in the morning. And in the evening, we'll have a golf outing for all the people that want to come in and golf. And so it'll be a good day event for the community. And I think, I'm very appreciative of D and Diego for helping me plan this out better than what, I've done in the past with my events. So, I'm pretty excited.
Oh, man. Well, hey, let's have a big round of applause for Gary for that. Yeah. Nah, man, we appreciate you. And a big shout out to Mike Sims over here in the camera. He's a town councilman in Clayton. He pulled some strings to help us land the playground over there, the park.
Yes, sir. Mike, I appreciate you, Mike.
All right. So yeah, man. Well, so what's next for next season? What do you have your eyes on?
So right now I'm a free agent. So I had a real good season in Australia, probably my best season professionally. So right now I'm a pretty hot topic as far as where I want to go. Australia wants me back, but my agent's kind of saying we're kind of outgrowing it a little bit, but we still are listening to offers. But it's either Europe or back in the league. So he with my year this year, he really believes that he can get me back in the NBA. So Lord's willing, and a couple things fall my way, I end up back in the league. But if not, I told my agent, coming out of college and high school, I never saw myself going to the league. It was always just travel the world and do things that I've always wanted to do as a kid, which is see beautiful places, beaches, and try a bunch of new foods.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Well, you have a bunch of fans in us. We're definitely gonna be following you and cheering you on, man. And go to GaryClarkFoundation.org on Monday. And if you're local to here, you definitely want to sign up for that golf tournament and help raise funds for a great cause. But before we go, I have one more question for you. And I think Diego has a question for you, but I'm gonna go first. So Diego, you can ask your question in a second. But man, just let's go back to college for a minute, because you play all 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And that's rare. You don't see many people, to play all 4 years and then come into the league like you did. I know you won, all types of accolades. What type of advantage did that give you coming into the league, man, with that college experience of those 4 years?
I believe it just the mental part of it. Just my coach in college, Mick Cronin, was a bit crazy, most people say. So he had a very military dad kind of take on things. So my first year, I was ready to transfer. I told my mom, I was like, after we was, every 4 years, every university gets to go to out the country. And so we got 20 days of real practice. And I mean, I thought I was ready to be done. I was like, I'm ready to go home, find somewhere else to go. But it battle tested me to prepare me, 4 years of dealing with that kind of hardship mentally. There was nothing that I wasn't prepared and ready to go through, good, bad, sit on the bench or just, being hard, it being hard. And I think I'm so thankful for that. For those 4 years, I went through injuries and all types of adversity, which I think was the main thing that helped me prepare myself for the NBA, because a lot of kids go 1 year and they haven't been through enough to handle the pressure, the things that come at you when you get to that next level.
Right. Yeah. All right. No, that's a great perspective and great to hear. So thanks for sharing that with us. So Diego, we'll take up Diego, and then if anybody in the audience wants to ask Gary a question, let's go ahead and cue that up, and we can get you on back to the mic. Diego's going to ask his question first, but you can start to file over by the mic if you'd like to ask a question. So Diego, we'll let you go next.
Yeah, so how would you compare like the style of play from like the NBA, you know, America style to like Australia and the NBL? Because I know like the European players, when they come into the NBA, they, you know, dominate and play the game a little differently than some of the American-born players. So how would you explain the styles of plays?
I think with they're similar. I believe that the NBA is the talent and the physical, like the athleticism is completely like, you know, way different, you know, because there's, you know, LeBron, Giannis, you got these like freaks that are, you know, unguardable. And in the NBL, there's a lot of guys that aren't as athletic, but they have a really high IQ. So you can't just, you know, be faster, bigger, stronger than someone. Like those guys are really smart. They're really thinking the game through possession after possession. So that was the big thing that I noticed the most, was that, you know, guys were really smart. You know, they're out thinking you rather than, you know, trying to push you around or be more physical to you. But that's probably the biggest takeaway, is just how well those guys play with a higher IQ. Not saying the NBA doesn't, because a lot of guys like have really good IQ, I think, but the NBL, those guys are a little less fortunate with their height and their speed and their physicality. Yeah. So they have to really outsmart the opponents.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. Good question. Yeah. Good question. All right, and now we have a audience, and then anybody online, also YouTube. If you have a question, go ahead and pipe that in as well.
Hey, Gary. Right. I think you make some real significant points about the league, about athleticism. I'm plugging my son. My son is at Campbell. He started at App State because his size, they kind of rejected him. But he's at Campbell now. But I played at East Carolina, and I played against all the greats. All the greats. I played in the mid 80s into the 90s. I played against all the greats. Quarterbacks, DBs, all of them. As I trained my son coming up, his size, you know, they because his size, they put him aside. But I played, and I know what it takes to play. And my son is twice as talented than I am. And I mean, you know, he can hit that spot, break, go, and do it all. But so my point is, I'm plugging my son right now. Yeah. And in respect to your conversation, you know, in respect to your conversation, yes. He can do it all. He plays at Campbell University. I think I got a hat on. I hope I got a hat on. But anyway, yeah, he's a baller. But his skills are exceedingly past the average. Okay. He's not the average, but because his size, these coaches don't get it. But I'm praying and hoping that the next 2 years of his eligibility, he get it. But I do appreciate you putting the message out that you put out. I thank you for that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your comment. All right. Oh, okay. We got another question. Mr. Commissioner, Mike Sims representing Detroit.
Hey, Gary. So Man, you play for a lot of teams. You play for the Denver Nuggets, correct me if I'm right. You played for Orlando. You played for Houston. So in all those years, all those teams, who's the one guy that you check, man, that let's say a name that, ain't out there, right? That you said, whoa, that actually when you got up there, you were like, whoa, man.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Derrick Thompson.
Okay.
I would say that's not a superstar.
Right. Oh yeah, that's not me then.
Yeah. Maybe when I was in Orlando, I played a lot. So I was able to, in Houston, I didn't play as much, but in Orlando, I played a lot more. And I would probably say Gallinari, big fella. He was with the Denver for a while.
Okay.
Big guy. I think he was, he's probably one of the first stretch forwards that I was like, wow, he really does it all. He shoot a three, he post up. He can't guard, but offensively, when I had to check him, it was like a lot of times I was the young guy that they were picking on. So I had to, I was like, okay, this guy's a bucket.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Gallinari. That's
Gallinari.
yeah, interesting. Yeah. I always liked his game.
Yeah, he's skill savvy, European. He's thinking way before he's even trying to be athletic.
That's right. No, that's a great point. Oh, we have a bunch of great comments and a few questions here in the comments on YouTube. So let me pull these up for you, Gary. First off, Summer said, praise God, never lose that faith. So definitely giving it up to you there, and said Australia's so beautiful. Josh out of Cleveland asked, you think the Lakers will get the coach from UConn?
That's I feel like he will get it. I just don't know how well it'll go. I think they're not doing, they're kind of beating around the bush of they're trying to find a solution to get, Lakers back on top. But I think, that the team itself is what has to change. But I think, he'll probably get the job, but he'll kind of be coming in with, kind of two coaches wearing a jersey. So good luck.
That's true. And Lakers, y'all want to get back in? Yeah, bring Gary in. That's what y'all need to do.
That part.
You heard it from Pick 'em Pros. All right. So let's see. We have some other comments about your foundation. So Summer said that's amazing. Excited to see the website. Josh out of Cleveland said great foundation, Gary. Summer wanted to know, what's your favorite food? The favorite food that you tried in Australia?
So Australia, the food is very similar to here. There's there's not a Burger King, but it's a fake Burger King, but it's Burger King food, and there's KFC, McDonald's, all that. But they're close to Japan, so a lot of their steaks and burgers are like Wagyu, like Japanese Wagyu. And Australia also has like a really good history of like their beef. But they had a burger, my cheat meal. They had this burger. I don't even know the restaurant was like debutante, but the burger was out of this world. Like I never had a kangaroo burger. I did not have a kangaroo burger, but I saw a lot of kangaroos in certain parts. Like it's like deer. Like you see dead deer on the side of the road. You see like dead kangaroo everywhere. Never saw a live one except at the zoo.
Wow. Oh man, now that's great to know. Summer asked, what's your favorite Bible verse?
I got a couple. I think just John 3:16. I think that's, as cliche as, everyone knows it, but it just displays the selflessness of our Lord. And I think, kind of, if everyone can live that way, and understand what he did through that verse, I think everyone will have a good chance of having a healthy, happy life.
And Josh out of Cleveland asked, do you want to go back and play in Australia or come back to the NBA? I think you kind of addressed that a little bit. I think first choice might be.
Yeah, hopefully, Lord's willing, I'll be back in the league, but, I'm not cutting out any other opportunities.
That sounds fantastic. Well, hey, is there one more? One more question here live.
You would go to Europe. What country would you like to go to? Like, do you have a preference there?
I do. I've never been to Europe. Out of all the places I've never been to Europe. But Monaco, Milan, Venice. I'm a foodie, so I've heard such good things about all the food there.
How about the basketball teams?
Oh, the basketball is great too. So Europe is like, in those places specifically, those are like after the NBA, that those few countries are like the top basketball.
Turkey is a nice place too.
And Turkey. I heard Turkey's nice too.
That's right. That's right.
Of course.
Man. Thank you. Well, hey, Gary, man, always a pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
All right, round of applause. And we'll see you next time. Hey, we're going to take a quick 30-second break. And we'll be right back. We're going to talk NFL, and we're going to give you our picks for each division and our wild card, so you don't want to miss that. Quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. All right.
8:30, so I'll probably
I'll
be here too.
Sounds good. Thank you. All right. That was Gary. Another round of applause for Gary, y'all. We're back. Okay. So next, we are going to get into our NFL picks here before we shut the show down for today. So this has been great. So, hey, I want you to chime in the comments heavy on this one because I know there's going to be a lot of debate. But first, we have a promo that we need to read to you for Kings here. So again, Kings has happy hour bowling. Bowl one, get one at Kings, Monday through Thursday from 4 to 6. Bring your BFF to Kings. They roll for free. One guest receives complimentary bowling per each paying customer. Make your reservation today at playatKings.com. That's playatKings.com. Go ahead and make your reservation for happy hour bowling. And one disclaimer again, the views and everything that's said by Pick'em Pros here are not necessarily the views of Kings. So those are Pick'em Pros and Pick'em Pros only. So just want to have that disclaimer with everything that we're saying here. All right, so let's get back. Let's get to our NFL picks. We're going to start with the NFC. We're going to start with the NFC East. All right, Diego, you're going to go, then I'm going to go, and we'll tell you who's going to win each division, and we're going to tell you who the wild card teams are going to be. So definitely want to have your comments here. And then when we finish with this NFL segment, you can hit the mic in the back, ask any questions or make any comments that you want to make. All right, so Diego, NFC East. Who's going to win NFC East this year, man?
I'm going with the Eagles to win the NFC East this year. I think bringing Saquon was a big move in the offseason. I think he's going to play well because the Eagles still have one of the top O-lines in the NFL. And they made some moves on defense. Jalen Hurts mentioned that their offense is a lot different than it was last year. So I think they'll benefit from that. So I think the Eagles are going to win the NFC East this year.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. That's probably a sensible pick. They made some good moves there. I'm sure you got Jack C. Will agree with you.
Yeah, he probably will
on that. But as many of you that watch this show know, I speak fluent Dallas Cowboy. All right. And I know when they're going to win and I know when they're going to lose. And I know many people are kind of down.
To beat Packers?
I know many. What's that?
You're picking to beat the Packers in the playoffs.
Okay. You're talking about, so we're not, you're trying to change the subject here. Okay. All right. But I've got the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, hold on, let me go to my slide here. I got the Dallas Cowboys win the NFC East. All right. Dak is on the show me deal, so he has a lot to prove. He wants to get his money.
Doesn't mean anything.
All the boys there need to get their money, so they're going to be motivated. They're going to play. CD's going to ball out.
CD's just holding out. So
Yeah,
he's
see,
holding out.
see-
What they didn't make any good moves in the offseason.
They didn't need to. They're already stacked.
Ezekiel Elliott is their top running back.
Yeah. Well, Zeke is going to get those 1 yard, 2 yard runs and punch the ball in the
They
end
have no
zone.
running backs past that.
That's all he is.
They
That's
just
all
have
he is.
CD at the receiver slot, and Dak. I don't even know what to say. He just hasn't showed up in the big moments.
Dak wants to get paid, so that's going to be just fine because Dak's going to do just enough to get his money.
We'll see him in.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Now, on the flip side, with the Phillies,
I thought he was playing for a contract this year.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, he still had time left on his deal though.
Yeah, he only has 1 year left.
Yeah,
He
but
wants
that's how the Cowboys do with them. The Cowboys always make him play it to the end. He's going to play that out, and then they're going to end up having to pay a lot. On the flip side, Jalen Hurts has gotten his money, and we saw what happened last year. So we'll see what happens there. But hey, chime in on the comments. I think Josh agrees with you. Josh agrees. Josh says that the Eagles are going to win that. And Johnny O will also be mad. But yeah, Josh said he agrees with you. So you have one person that agrees with you there, man. But hey, let's move to the NFC West. Who's going to win the NFC West?
The Niners going to win the NFC West. They still have a lot of key pieces to their team: Brock Purdy, Deebo Samuel, McCaffrey, Ayuk. You could have made an argument that they could have won the Super Bowl, but Patrick Mahomes came in and did his thing. But I still think they're going to win the division because there's really no one else in their division that can compete with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. We agree on that. The 49ers, I mean, they do have competition, so I can't say there's no competition. I mean, the Rams are dangerous, so we have them. You've got Seahawks. You have other teams there, but I think the 49ers are still the class of the NFC West, and they'll definitely come out of there. So we agree there. All right, NFC North. I know we're going to agree on this, and I know the fam is going to agree on this one as well. Let's see. Let's go to NFC North. Who you got, man?
I'm going with the Lions to win the NFC North. They win
Detroit?
They did blow the lead in the NFC Championship game to get to the Super Bowl. That's okay, because I think they're going to make the Super Bowl this year. So I got them going to the Super Bowl this year and winning the division.
Oh, okay. You have the Detroit Lions winning the Super Bowl?
Going to the Super Bowl.
Going to the Super Bowl this year.
Just arriving,
arriving.
Lacing their cleats, and playing, but not winning the game.
Okay. Did y'all hear that? Detroit family. Did you hear that?
I mean, when was the last time they went to the Super Bowl? So I think that's a compliment.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I know we're going to disagree on this next one because I know you're going to be a major homer. NFC South. Anybody that follows us, I'm sure you can predict who Diego's going to pick here. NFC South, who you got, man?
I think the Panthers are going to win the NFC South. The Panthers. I like the moves they made in the offseason. Deontay Johnson is a very underrated receiver. I think he's going to be a top 10 receiver this year. Adam Thielen. Okay. Let me finish. Adam Thielen. He was the best slot receiver in the NFL last year, even though Bryce Young had an awful O-line. He put up 1,000 yards in the slot. They got Xavier Legette, the first round receiver choice. He was good in college. He's going to come in and ball out. They got 2 O-linemen that are going to ball out. They made adjustments to their defense. So, yeah, I'm going with the Panthers to make a turnaround. And Bryce is going to play well, too. You're sleeping on Bryce. He just won the Heisman, and now he has an O-lineman and receiver.
I'm sleeping on Bryce Young.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Now he has the pieces around him to make it work.
All right, you're making me concerned because, you are going into high school. I might have to have you tested. I don't know. I'm becoming a little concerned about this here. That's a lot. That's a lot. What's that? Oh yeah, he plays.
Yeah,
he plays. He definitely plays.
Yep, I play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So Adam Thielen, slot receiver. What'd you say about Adam Thielen?
He was the best slot receiver in the league last year.
Okay. You know I have ESPN, right?
Yeah. You can check. Check.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna have to gloss over
1,000 yards in the slot.
I don't really know what to say
in the
about
slot,
your
people.
I don't know what to say about your homerism with the Carolina
That's a fact. 1,000 yards in the slot. He did that.
Did he really?
Yeah, with a quarterback that did not have a good O-line.
Okay, we're gonna have to fact check that. We're gonna have to fact check that and come back on that. All right, well, I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. I got Atlanta ATL.
It's not a bad pick.
Doesn't matter who. If it's Kirk Cousins,
it's safe. It's a safe pick.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I think Atlanta comes out of that division. Now, it was a toss-up because it was close to pick the Buccaneers with Baker. I think they're bringing a lot of that group back that won it last year. So I'm sure there's a lot of continuity there. But I said, continuity with what? It's not like
and the coach. The coach was the offensive coordinator on the Bucs last year.
Oh, that's
and he held
right.
Baker
That's
turn.
right.
He held
True.
Baker have a turnaround year last
is
year,
true.
and Geno Smith the year before.
That-
so he can do the same. with
That
Bryce.
is true. That is very true. Now the comments are blowing up. We've got like 12 comments here. I'm scared to click this and see what's in here. Let's see. Let me hit the comments first, and then we'll go to wild card. So let's definitely see, because I'm sure we have some crazy stuff in here. So hold on. Let's see what we got. I got to scroll. I literally have to scroll up here. So let's see. Somerset, Rams, they got my boys Verse and Fisk from SSU. Go Knowles. So yep, know you representing there. Let's see. Jamila, who's here, said she's with Summer Fly Eagles. Yep, okay. The Rams D-line is dangerous. So yes, Summer. The Rams are dangerous. Josh said Vikings win the NFC. Ooh, what? The Vikings win the NFC North? I don't know about that. Hey, Josh, I love you, man, but I don't know about that one, my man. I mean, you got, my goodness, Detroit. Okay, I think they're the consensus for sure.
Yeah.
But then beyond Detroit,
You got the Packers.
you
the
got
Packers
the Packers
and the Bears are dangerous.
Yeah. So I mean, I think if you poll 100 people, 95 of them are going to say Minnesota's going to finish last. So I don't know about that. But Josh, hey man, you might prove us wrong on that one. All right. Summer said Lions for sure win the NFC North. Let's see. Brandon, our guy Brandon said Bucks win NFC South. Yeah, it was a toss-up for me on that one, man. I was close to pick that. Let's see. Josh says Buccaneers for the NFC South. Like I said, we had a lot here. Brandon says the Eagles will win NFC East. Silas, hey, what's up, Silas? We're doing well, man. Silas representing Canada. We got Canada in the building. And then Summer's putting a whole bunch of AFC stuff in here. We're going to go to AFC next. So let's move on to AFC. All right. So, my man, first, wild card. Diego, who you got in the wild card?
I'm going with the Packers. You know, when they made the NFC championship last year, or divisional round, they had a good year. I'm having them to make it back to the playoffs. The Cowboys, I think they'll make the playoffs. They always make the playoffs, but will they succeed? I don't know. And then I'm going with the Rams to finish it out with Stafford, Kupp, and Puka Nacua.
Okay. All right. You got them. So I've got, let's see. I have, it's good, Aaron. I saw something across the screen. So I've got Eagles. Okay. So I'm representing the Eagles here for the wild card. Okay. Rams, again, a lot of people were saying Rams in the comments, so I've got Rams in as the wild card. And then, man, shout out to my brother, Uncle Dwayne, and Desmond Clark, former tight end, Chicago Bears. I am putting the Chicago Bears in as the wild card.
No Packers?
So,
no Green Bay? What about Green Bay?
Oh, over the Packers, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I think Packers might.
Thought that was your team, man.
Well, hey, but again, I'm all about the pick. You know that, right? I'm all about the pick. Now, we are still far away.
Go to the second round.
We are still far away. What's up? We are still far away. So we got some Celtics love in the crowd there. Celtics love in the crowd. Okay, okay. Although I've got Mavs in 6. Okay, Mavs in 6, but he's Celtics. So he's representing for you. All right.
We don't like the Mavs.
Yeah. But now, was it still early? Still early. So subject to change. All right. So let's move on to the AFC. Let's go AFC South, man. Who you got?
I'm going with the Texans to win the AFC South. They just traded for Diggs. They got Nico Collins and Tank Dell already there with the wide receiver trio. They got Joe Mixon, too, with the running back.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud's going to get better, and the defense did make improvements, too. So I got the Texans winning that division.
Yeah, Texans are Yeah,
no doubt too. 'Cause
it's hard to
that's
not
one of
pick
the
them.
weaker divisions in NFL too.
Yeah,
so.
it's a weak division for one, and the fact that they had such a great offseason and looked good last year is hard to not pick them. So we agree on that. We both have the Texans there. All right. So for the West, who we got there?
The West, I'm going with the Chiefs, of course, to win the West. They won the Super Bowl last year. They've been winning this division for years and years. So I don't think they're gonna stop now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything crazy on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Chiefs.
And you did pick the Chargers last year, and
I did,
and they
man.
went like 5-11.
I've been picking some crazy stuff, man. Our producer Aaron, who was the Chiefs, not bandwagon Chiefs, but true blue Chiefs fan, keeps us looking good with Pick'em Pros. I'm gonna go ahead and side with you guys and go with the Chiefs to win the division. That's all I'll say right now is win the division. Okay. I don't know about three-peating. Well, I'll definitely
I think they're going to three-peat. I think
win the division.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I see a lot of threes in the crowd, and I see the comments growing here. So we'll get to the comments here in a second. All right. So AFC East, who you got?
I'm going with the Dolphins to win the AFC East. Tua's still there. Yeah. He's got a contract. He's trying to prove him that he deserves the money. Tyreek, of course, always going to ball out. Jalen Waddle, Odell Beckham's going to show up late in the season during playoff time. And last year their defense was really good for most of the year, but then towards the end they suffered a few injuries, but they're going to be healthier, and I think they're going to win the division.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad. I'm not mad at that at all. I was close to picking the Dolphins. I really like the Dolphins. Love Tyreek. He's a beast. I hope I can get him in my fantasy. But
I had him in my fantasy.
You had him this year, so you definitely rep there. But I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo Bills. I got the Bills, man. I think they're gonna have a no drama filled year with Diggs being gone. I think it's gonna be less is more.
Well, they have no receivers, so
hey, they actually do. They actually do have some good receivers that look really good. I'm not gonna name them right now. I'm choosing not.
Oh, you don't know their names, okay?
But
that's all you
they look very good. They look very good.
All right, cool. Good for them.
Yeah. All right. So, AFC North, who you got?
I'm going with the Ravens. They had the best record in the league last year, and they added Derrick Henry to their running back core. Zay Flowers, he was a rookie last year. He's going to get better. Lamar Jackson, he's out to prove that he can get that championship.
Yeah.
And, of course, the defense is always going to be top tier and physical. So I got them.
Man, yeah, I'm not mad at that. I like the Ravens a lot. The Ravens were my Super Bowl pick last year, and they shoulda, woulda, coulda last year. But, man, the Chiefs went in there and just, shut them down, man. So I got to give the Chiefs props on how they handled them last year. We got the Chiefs fans here in the building messing with us. But, man, so if you watched this, been following us from the beginning, you know that I picked the Cincinnati Bengals to go to the Super Bowl 2 years ago when they went. And that was a very controversial pick. But as always, I was correct about that pick.
And then you went too far, of course, and then you said they're going to win, and then they lost.
Okay.
You just had to stick to them getting there.
Perhaps.
You just had to go one step too far.
Perhaps, maybe.
A little too early.
So I was definitely in love. I was deep with the Cincinnati Bengals. And then I had them the next year, you know what I mean? And then we kind of fell out. You know what I mean? And I went to the Ravens, and I was riding with them, and they didn't quite get there. But now I'm going to be back with the Bengals, baby. Back in Cincinnati. I got the Bengals winning the division.
Why?
Because of Joe Burrow, the best quarterback in the
Joe
NFL.
Mixon's gone. T. Higgins is unhappy. The defense has lost a lot of their key pieces.
If Burrow is healthy and they have the offensive line stays healthy, they'll be just fine. They'll be just fine. I'm going to go with that. Yeah. I'm going to go with that. And the Ravens lost. They lost a lot of players.
I think the Bengals are a better playoff team. The Ravens are a better regular season team.
Okay.
Well, oh no, the opposite. Ravens are a better regular season team. Bengals are better playoff.
Got you. Okay. We're gonna see. But again, I'm not mad at that. I really like the Ravens a lot. It's going to be a brutal division. I think we can definitely agree on that. So Steelers are going to be better. Browns are going to be good. It's going to be a brutal division. So you can definitely toss that up there. All right, who you got in the wild card for AFC?
I'm going with the Bengals. All the reasons you said: Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. I think they have a chance to get to the Super Bowl again, but for the regular season, I think they finish in the wild card because the Ravens are going to be so good. I got the Bills in the wild card. Josh Allen, he's a beast. He's going to carry him there. Okay. And I got the Browns too. Nick Chubb's going to be back and healthy. Amari Cooper. Yeah, I'm going with them.
Great. All right, good. Okay, I'm gonna give my picks. And hey, just quick note: we've got some amazing prizes here. For those that are here, first of all, we have our swag giveaway for one of our Instagram followers. We're going to announce that in a minute. And then we also have some great prizes that we're going to give away. We're not ready just yet, but just a second. We're going to give away some great prizes here in person with the raffle. So stay tuned for that. We've got Foot Locker gift card, a lot of great stuff that we're giving away there. But my wild card picks are the Ravens. Of course, got to have the Ravens in there. The Miami Dolphins. They are in there. I think you had them. And then I'm going with the Steelers, man. I think the moves that the Steelers made, they're definitely going to somehow find a way to get in there. The quarterback.
Russell Wilson?
One of them.
No, Russell Wilson's starting this year.
Hey, whoever is going to be better than what they had. So,
okay, but
and with
they lost Deontay Johnson, who was a very pivotal piece to their team.
Who?
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, I'm not.
He was injured at the first part, but then the last part of the season, he's able to carry him to that 9-8, to that precious 9-8 record they get every year.
The Steelers are magnificent at building receivers, so they can get anybody and plug them in. So I'm not worried about that. I think the Steelers will be able to fill the hole of Deontay Johnson. I think they will be just fine. All right. Well, let's get to the comments, and then we've got some giveaways here. So a lot of great comments here. Let's see. Deanna said, "Let's go Lions." What's up, though? Represent Detroit. Much love to you. Yes. Let's see. Brandon Bean. Oh, hold on. Nige said, "Go Ravens." So shout out to you. Go Ravens. Brandon Bean, Packers, Rams, Falcons are his wild cards. Let's see. Scrolling through here. Oh, Athlete Pride. Welcome back, man. Athlete Pride said Colts winning. Don't sleep on AR. Okay, yeah, man, you're a big Colts fan. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what AR can do. Hopefully he can bounce back and be healthy here. So Josh out of Cleveland has the Chiefs. Summer said AFC West rooting for anyone but the Chiefs. Sorry, Aaron and Diego. So that's what she said. So Aaron said it's just like taxes. It's gonna happen. So Josh says Dolphins for sure. Athlete Pride, AFC East gonna be the Jets. Yeah. Hey, if they can keep Aaron Rodgers upright, we'll see for sure. They gotta keep him upright. I don't know about that. Let's go Derrick. Bills. Yes. Bills, man. I think they're gonna find a way. Let's see. Of course, Josh has the Browns. Summer, Jameis Winston, Browns. A lot of great comments here. Brandon got his AFC wild card, and then also his picks there. And a lot of great comments. And then last but not least, Mom says that you'll be right. Yes, Detroit is going to win the Super Bowl. So definitely have all of that in there. All right, great comments. Appreciate that. All right, well, we're going to get to these giveaways. We have some great stuff, don't we, my man?
Yep, some great stuff.
We have some great prizes. Before we do that, I've got, hold on, quick promo here for Kings again. Shout out. Thank you to Kings. Much love to Kings again. The views expressed by Diego and I, Pick'em Pros, do not necessarily represent those of Kings. So just put that disclaimer out there. All right, so promo for Kings here. Sun is out, fun is out. Kings will be opening early all summer long to keep the fun rolling. Kickstart the season at the Lanes on the patio where we are now, or in the arcade, featuring live music every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this summer. All you have to do is go to playatKings.com. Go to playatKings.com for more details. And last but not least, again, we want to mention, you see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. We've got a Pick 'em Pro coupon code, man. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
You know what I'm saying? See, if you want to party like us, because we party pretty hard, this is the place where we party. This is where we get it in. All right? It's at King's. So if you want that, but when we do it, it's typically private. We want to have a private, exclusive party. So if you want to have a private, exclusive party, you can get 20% off during the rest of these playoffs with code PICK'EM20. Code PICK'EM20. Book your next private event with Kings, known for their expertise in hosting private events of all shapes and sizes. Guests return over and over again for unforgettable corporate outings. Book your corporate outing, your birthday party, family gatherings, your graduation, 8th grade, pre-K. We understand that's a thing now. If you're planning your pre-K graduation, do that here at Kings. This is the place to do it. Go to playatkings.com, but make sure you mention PICK'EM20 and you will get 20% off on that. All right. Y'all ready to win some stuff? All right. Let's go. All right. Let's bring the raffle. Let's bring the raffle tickets over here. And let's go ahead and win some things here. Let me hit the comments. Is it no, we got one more? Yeah, let's get one more ticket in here. Hold on.
Can you give him the ticket?
Bring it on. Where's the ticket? Oh,
yeah,
okay. We got you.
I got his.
You got everybody?
We got a new entry.
You get your tickets in? Everybody got it? All right. Okay. All right. So everybody's in. Okay. So this first one, let's make this first one. This is the Stretch Labs. Okay. Stretch Labs in Holly Springs. So Stretch Labs will get you all stretched out, get you feeling good. That's where Diego goes before he gets beat down, because I give it to him pretty good here. Okay. So he goes and tries to get stretched out through Stretch Labs of Holly Springs. So we have a $75 gift card there. That's good for an hour of stretching at Stretch Labs. So let's spin this out. Oh, we got some more tickets coming. Hold on. We got some last minute tickets coming in. Hold on. All right, Stretch Labs.
3 more.
Okay, want to put them in? Tell you what, why don't you go ahead and pull it?
Look, here, look.
Give a shout out to Jamila.
Woo! Look, I'm letting them fall out here.
Okay.
And then look.
All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
We're gonna put it on you. Read. Why don't you go ahead and read? Oh,
you want to read it?
Diego, why don't you read it?
Here.
You go.
That's what Stretch Labs.
Say it loud. Stretch Labs. Gift card.
50817883.
You have to be present.
You have to be present to win. Oh, that's my man here. All right, what's up? Okay. Good. I got you. I'm gonna send it to you. I'll send it to you before we leave here. I got it on here. All right. All right, Stretch Lab. Yep.
I'll get
Pen.
that one. Hold on.
All right. We got a pen right here.
Oh yeah.
All right there. Okay. So let's pull the next one.
Next one
This
is
one.
what?
This one.
What is the next
The
one?
this next one will be Kings. This next one is here at Kings. This is for a group of 6. This includes 2 pizzas. This includes unlimited sodas, water, all that. It's a $200 value for a party of 6 at Kings. All right. And we've got the certificate right over here. Diego, why don't you read this one, my man?
Let me see.
$200.
8101788.
Read it again.
My bad. 5081788.
All right. Woo! Come on in. All right. Have that one right
I
here.
can't read, bro.
All right.
You want me to
There
hand
you
the
go.
folder?
Yep.
You want a
Certificate right in
picture?
there. Congratulations. All right.
That one was
All right.
the old one.
And
Ready?
then we got 2 more things to give away. 2 more to give away.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
the
this
one.
next
Yeah.
one. This next one is going to be for our Instagram followers. So we have a swag giveaway. So this is for any swag item on our store. We got to come see. This is new. This hadn't even dropped yet. Because a lot of what we have is the classic, what Jamila's rocking right here. That's the classic look, black background, the colored logo. But see, now we got stuff that's just plain black and white. This has the big mic on the back. We have a lot of things that's a little more universal, because we know you want to rock some other colors. So this is for our IG followers. And the winner of this one, pull this slide up here, is Silas. Silas is our winner out of Canada. So congratulations to you. I'm going to send you the coupon code, and you'll be able to order your swag item. And now we've got one more. This one right here is a $250 gift card to Foot Locker. All right. $250 gift card to Foot Locker. See if I can find it. And I have it right here. Got it right here.
Let him fall out and then.
All right. So let's see who we got. All right. We'll go. Let's have Diego go ahead and read that out. Who's getting this?
508-1778. I can't read.
Oh, man. Okay. There it is. There it is. All right. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. See, when we're here in person, got great giveaways. So you definitely want to come out here and enjoy. It's a beautiful night right here in the Midtown area, Raleigh, North Carolina. So big shout out to Kings. We really appreciate the hospitality. We appreciate everybody that's come out. We appreciate those that have kind of stopped by, grabbed our information, like, subscribe, follow. You got anything you want to say, man?
Yeah, all those things.
All those
go
things.
Doing. Yep, go do them. Yep.
Continue on, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go Celtics.
Yep,
you.
go Celtics.
All right. Mavs and 6. Mavs and 6. All right. Let's see what final comments we have, and we're gonna go ahead and shut it down here. So we got congratulations, Silas, and we have just a bunch of congratulations there. So hey, thank you for checking us out. We're gonna go ahead and sign off the way we always do. How we do it, my man? We gotta look at the camera.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, on 3, we gotta yell pick 'em pros. All right. That's how we're gonna sign off. All right, pick 'em pros. All right, we got it. All right, yell to the top of your lungs. 1, 2, 3.
Pick 'em pros.
Pick 'em pros. We'll see y'all later next time. We are out.
Jordan.